Someone who served this country as a Marine, who served this state by advancing conservatism last year in a run for the United States Senate, and now someone who's serving Wisconsin and serving conservatism through his group, No Better Friend. Ladies and gentlemen, you will have no better ally in the conservative movement. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Kevin Nicholson.
Thank you. Well, thank you, Dan, and thank you for everything you're doing to unite our movement and move us forward. I always like doing Dan's show because I know that I'm going to be challenged and we're going to have an opportunity to talk about ideas, and I really appreciate that. So, thanks to Bob and Jean. I see Bob. Where's Jean? Back there, okay. Jean's always hiding somewhere. There she is. Thank you for opening up your home to all of us and having us here. Chris Lawrence, pretty good job on the turnout. This is amazing. A hand for Chris. So as Dan mentioned, and I also want to call out members of my team here. Mario Herrera, right behind me. Mario. Daryl Carlson and his wife Lita. There we go, there's Daryl right there. And my Uncle Dale and Aunt Sally, who are right here. They all got the No Better Friend gear, so you can find them pretty easily. I just want to say a couple quick things. I'll take Governor Thompson's cue. Be loud, be influential, and be on your way. He's a good politician. That's why he won 4 consecutive races, as he will remind you. So here's the deal, folks. No Better Friend. What's the point of it? The point is to share our ideas all across the state, to activate our base, certainly, but also to pull new people in. Folks, talk about going and pulling people in. We just did a school choice event in Madison. Now, do you think that involves going to new territory and having a conversation with people? You bet. 300-some families that we had, and we talked about educational choice and school choice. And folks, you'll hear it time and again, even from advocates of school choice, that the families that benefit from school choice don't always know that you all, conservatives, are the ones that advocate for school choice, and that's conservative legislators like the ones here today that fight for school choice. So let's get out there and tell them, right? And that's it. That's the idea. Go to where people are, find them, and have that conversation. Now, we've got a number of different policy pillars, and school choice and education is certainly one of them. Pro-growth economic policies is another. Introducing market forces into healthcare is another. And I'll tell you, folks, healthcare, I'm glad to hear the Trump administration is coming out with a plan, it looks like in September, that's going to be focused on price transparency. Frankly, there may not be anything more important that we can do going forward policy-wise, and here's why. The Democrats are going to keep lying to us about health care and say they can give it to people for free. They can't. There's no way. But we need to have policy solutions that say to people that, yes, we care about you and your family. Yes, we're going to make sure that you have access to health care. And yes, we're going to institute things like price transparency that actually drives down the cost of health care, gives you an opportunity to purchase it for your family at a reasonable price, and increases access over the long term. Now, those are reasonable answers. It's not Medicare for all, which is an unreasonable answer. It's a reasonable answer. And we need to be out there going to people and saying, these are our beliefs, because they're not going to hear it from the news media, are they? No. So that's the point of our group. Get out there, share these ideas, and make these cases. Just the other day, I was at a location in Milwaukee on like 27th Street and Capitol Drive. It's a part of our city that's faced great challenges. And we met with a group that I hope to partner with going forward that is working to train people that have recently left prison, get them set as machinists so they can have a good and productive career going forward. Now look, leave aside politics, leave aside policy. One of the things our manufacturers in this state have the most trouble with is getting people to work CNC machines. Any of you in manufacturing, am I lying? Am I lying? No. And here's a plan that's taking people and saying, look, you've done your time, you've done what you had to do. No one's hiding anything. No one's lying about their past. But it's an opportunity to get your feet set and actually do something which is economically necessary, which is operate machines that have to run basically 24/7 to make back what people pay for them. Now, that's sensible policy. It's a sensible idea. It's a great group to partner with. And at No Better Friend, what we want to do is take groups that are doing amazing things like that, partner, find ways to make them more successful what they're doing now, and then share their story with the people of our state so they understand, oh, this is what conservatives believe. This is what they're here to fight for. We're here to make people successful, to empower them, right? We want people empowered, we want them successful, and we're smart enough to know that this isn't a good argument to have that the Democrats want over who gets more of a fixed size piece of pie. We know that we can grow the entire pie and that everybody can be successful, and we want that, don't we?
Yes.
So we got the right message. We got the policies that work. We face headwinds, and conservatives always have. And you all know my history. Anyone ever hear I used to be a Democrat? Anybody? Man, it's embarrassing. I can't believe you all know that. But the bottom line is this: like, conservatives always face a headwind in getting their stories out there and saying our ideas actually work. Of course, we want you to be successful. Of course, we want to grow our movement, and we want new people to be a part of it, and we want you to join, and we want you to eventually help lead it and grow it organically. We are not going to accomplish that unless we go directly to people, we find them where we're at, we roll out the welcome mat, we share our ideas aggressively and honestly. We don't rely on the media to do it for us, and we say we want you in our movement going forward. That's the point of No Better Friend. A couple things to note that we'll be doing in the near future: 7 major policy forums all around the state. Stop by our table. We'll have information on when and where those are. Please come. We're going to have great participants and partners there that are going to help us share the ideas of conservative policy victories. It's going to include the Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty, Who am I forgetting? Where's Mario?
Right here.
Who else are we sharing right now for our partners?
So American Majority, Will.
American Majority and Will, and then we're going to announce a couple others in the near future. So actually, I won't steal that thunder yet. No, I'm sorry. That's my bad. When your boss puts you on the spot and says, "What are those names?" and you start to answer, and he's like, "No, don't." That's not ideal. At least I'm self-aware. So we're going to have some great participants and partners. I ask you all to come out and please join us. And I look forward to seeing you there and all across the state. And just know that we'll be out there fighting side by side with you every day going forward. So thank you so much, and God bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Nicholson.